Alright, so this is the starter version of the build that I'm looking at doing for the league. It's a Guardians of Empyrean build using the hammer, which means you have to side with Death's Vigil, which you want to do with a shield breaker anyway, because that's also the Zoom Zoom helmet is Death's Vigil. We're using the Magi Visage. It's just basically a sacrifice. You're only looking for resistances on this helmet. You're not going to get anything good off of it. Just look for resistances. Formidable is like the best thing you can get off of this one. It gives you +1 Guardian, which is really huge, as well as +3 Guardian stats. Shambler's Heart is going to give you 8% OA, as well as flat fizz damage, which doesn't really matter. This gives you flat fizz damage, which is kind of okay. This is going to give you burn damage for Judgment and +2 Guardians, which is really nice. This one or the Korvox armor are both okay. Korvox armor costs more physique, so you have to kind of focus more on physique if you do that. And this one also shores up your bleeding res, so you don't have to worry about bleeding res. Yeah. In a second, buddy. The Cronley Gang shoulders are probably best in slot for you. Crafted gloves, crafted boots. Craft until you get the formidable prefix. Doesn't matter what else you get. Dreegsec legs. Gargoyle belt. And you're going to go for Annihilation. Is the amulet you get, the second one. You want to kind of craft these until you get the Temper completion bonus. You don't have to have the Temper completion bonus, but it's the only one that really helps. None of the other completion bonuses are any good for you. And then you're going to get Gollus Rings. Just get 2 of them. It doesn't matter. They're the only rings that give you plus burn damage. Your entire goal is to get as much burn damage as possible. So you see we're sitting at 2,700 burn damage. Almost 2,800 burn damage with like 300%. So our 3-second burns are lasting like 12 seconds, 13 seconds or something like that. Yeah, I think that's how it lasts. 3, 6, 9, 12, no, 15 seconds. Yeah, they're almost 15-second long burns. So if I put a burn on them, it lasts for 15 seconds. It doesn't really matter. Which is really nice to have. This is why I'm using these Blaze Core powders, because it gives me flat burn, which the Guardians of Empyrean will hit and hit with flat burn damage. This weapon has Hellfire, which is the best prefix you can get in the game. Farm for Hellfire prefix until you get Hellfire prefix, because it gives you physical to fire, which you really need, and it gives you flat burn damage on top of your weapon, as well as a lot of burn damage. Be warned, when you fight the Guardian of Empyrean that has this weapon, it's going to hurt a lot. So you run around and kite when you do that. Okay, Fizz Res. Okay, that. We kind of have really low health. We cannot do Lokkar without potions. As you'll see, I had to potion up to fight him. Little too much physique. I would probably put a little more into Cunning and a little more into Spirit. But as you can see, I have 3,800 OA. Like, it's really a lot of... I could have more OA if I did a different... if I did the 2% OA thing for that. But this build... just getting a natural 8% OA on top of everything else. Plus we're maxing out Flame Touched and putting quite a few points in Presence of Virtue is really nice. We're using just soft cap Tectonic Shift for our Virus Might. 6 points in Resilience, 10 points in Blast Shield. That's what's allowing us to stay alive with our only 14,000 health. Using Thermite Mines, movement speed here. We're just using Blackwater Cocktail to proc Phoenix. Her devotions are incredibly offensive because it's mostly a kiting build. The only problem is Guardians have a very low leash range. And I'm not used to using pet attack yet with them. So you have Phoenix, which keeps you alive. Meteor Shell, which does a lot of damage. Fissure, which does a lot of damage. Eldritch Fire, which allows you to do a lot of damage. And Elemental Storm, which allows you to do a lot of damage. It's not a very tanky setup. So we get our Guardians out. We have 6 of these things. They just surround you. If you look on the dummy, Just gotta make sure you're using pet attack on the dummy, or your guardians will do nothing to them. And the dummy's dead. It's a really fast dummy kill for an all MI kind of starter build, essentially. We've killed the other dummy too, and we've almost gotten another 50% off that with just sitting there. Anyways, the next part of the video is the what's it called? The kills. Like just there's a totem. There's an example of doing a totem because this is still the farming gear. I probably wouldn't do. I might do Lokkar on this, but I'd probably not do Lokkar on this yet. But yeah, that's how it starts. I'd probably wait until I get the Pyrine set to do Lokkar. But I'll do the end game version next and show you how that looks. But yeah, thanks for watching. This is an example of a totem farm. Open your map, take a step, you see a totem, go for it. This is what it feels like for this build before it gets later on. Do remember to summon your guardians, because that is all your damage in this build. Oh, we've also got a nemesis. Oh no, we got just Phallic Sturdy, that's fine. And totem finished. You're just gonna jump from another totem to the next totem. Not right now, buddy, okay?
Did you poop?